What's good, YouTube? Swiftly here back with another NBA 2K25 video. And in today's video, I have another episode of Badge Breakdowns for you. Now, as you can see on your screen, in today's episode, we are going to be discussing the defensive badge post lockdown. Now, if you read the description, it says that post lockdown improves the defender's ability to defend post moves. Now, this is basically going to be your primary counter. I'm going to scroll up really quickly in the builder to post control so you guys can see. This is going to be your primary counter for a post fade phenom. It's going to be your primary counter for a post powerhouse. It's going to be your primary counter to post a poet. And it's going to be your primary counter to a badge like hook specialist. Any type of post move that you can do, that's going to really be your primary defense in conjunction with other badges, obviously like perimeter defense and block and steal, trying to strip them and whatnot. But this is going to be your number one defense or counter to getting post spin, to getting drop stepped, all of those things. Now, I only have this badge on silver. I haven't really tested higher levels of this badge, and I will say that based on my matchups as a big, you kind of want this badge on a higher level. Now, I'm going to be able to get this badge on gold on my third center build. My second and first center build, I kind of didn't go super duper over the top with the interior defense to get Hall of Fame or Legend. Just because I wanted the build to be more rounded. I wanted to be a little bit better rebounding wise. I wanted to be better shooting wise and all of that stuff. So obviously you can't just key in on certain things. You got to kind of give up one thing to get another. So I haven't been able to use like Legend or the Hall of Fame version, which I think requires, let me see what this requires. It requires 93 interior defense and 92 strength. But again, like I said, my build that I'm playing on now gets it on silver, and then I use the +1 on it to get it up to gold. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I would say that this badge is definitely worth it. And the reason why I'm saying this badge is worth it is because based on how NBA 2K25 plays, a lot of these builds, especially the big man builds, a lot of people are going with inside builds versus shooting builds. A lot of people, and the thing is, a lot of these dudes, they don't have a post bag. That's one thing that I've noticed back from like 2K15, 2K16, 2K17, is that the community, as far as the bigs go, their bag is very limited. Most dudes are, you have your bag of two type of, or three type of post scorers, right? You have the number one, the post spin dude. This is the dude who tries to go into the mid range and just post spin you so you can get a free dunk or layup, contact layup animation, right? There's that dude, the post spin cheese dude. Then there's the I only know how to drop step dude. That's the dude who just takes the ball and he just drop steps you over and over again, just goes up with whatever dumbass animation he gets. Doesn't really matter if it's contested or not. He's just gonna drop step you and just immediately go up with it. And then there's the third kind of dude, and that's the inside big that just all he can do is just pump fake. He might post spin you, he might drop step you, whatever he does, he's just gonna pump fake 47 times until he either can get you to commit to a jump, or until he just goes up with some shit because he's gonna get 3 seconds and he gets a lucky dunk animation because the game decides, you know what, you got gold rise up, we're just gonna let you dunk it or bang it down low, right? Those are the three types of, primary post scorers that you're going to see in the paint. Now, every now and then, you got a dude who actually knows what he's doing. He's doing spin fakes. He's doing drop steps. He's doing up and unders. He's doing step throughs. He's doing post spins. He's hook shotting. You know what I'm saying? Like, every now and then, you might see a real big with a real post bag. But most of these bigs, they're just looking to cheese. Just like the guards are looking to, do whatever dribble cheese they can to get an open look or open shot, the bigs, post bigs, are the same way. They're going to just go to whatever cheese they can, which is the post spin, the drop step, pump faking 78 times in the paint until they get a dunk animation or whatever. Same exact thing, okay? And that's where post lockdown is going to come in at. Because post lockdown is going to prevent you from getting post spin. Now, because I only have this badge on silver, and even with the +1 or even gold, even though I usually run silver, because again, like I said, I don't run into a lot of bigs with like a real post bag, I run this badge on silver. And if I get somebody who's post spin cheesing me, you know what I do? I back up. You can't post spin cheese me if I back up off you and you can't post me up, right? Same thing with the drop step. They can't drop step you if you back up. So that's also a form of defending that. But in those cases, you're also giving them the lane, you know, to kind of just get a free layup animation, whatever, which is probably going to go win most cases. So if you don't want to do that, or you feel like you don't really know when to back off of them and when to let them post up, I would say to run this badge on at least gold. You know, if you run this badge on at least gold, which gold doesn't really cost too much. I'm just going to show you guys briefly. All you need is an 88 interior defense and an 84 strength. Not too crazy of a level for just gold, which I like. You know, you can play suffice defense, you know, as far as the post goes. Because most dudes are running like an 87 post control with like a 91 strength. So if I go 91 strength, I'm just going to show you really quickly in the builder. We go 91 strength with like an 87 post control. You're going to see that most of the badges you're going to get is going to be on gold. You know, you're going to have gold post up pole, you're going to have gold post powerhouse and stuff like that. So if you're running 88 interior defense with the night or whatever the strength requires, the let me see, what was the strength? The 88 interior defense with 84 strength. You know, I would hope you're running 91 strength as a big, but 88 interior, their gold badge versus your gold badge is going to even out, you know? It's not going to be too crazy. And then, like I said before, if you throw a +1 on there, then you're looking at Hall of Fame post lockdown. Not that I would probably do that, because that +1 is probably a little bit more valuable somewhere else, like maybe shooting or something like that, or rebounding. But if you do, you know, feel like you're running into a lot of bigs that are just abusing the post spins, drop steps, and whatnot, then you can always, again, like I said, throw that +1 on there and get Hall of Fame post lockdown. And most bigs, again, like I said, are running the 87 post control. At least when I'm going up against them, I'm not really seeing too many bigs. Every now and then I might go against a 7'3" that has like a 95 post control. But in most cases, that post control is looking like an 87, an 84, something like that, or like a 77 if they're trying to budget it just to get like bronze and silver badges. You might see a 77 in there, but most bigs are going 87 because that's like really just like the sweet spot for getting all of these badges on like silver and gold. And then you could use your +1 on there and get like Hall of Fame post powerhouse or post up poet or whatever if you really want to just be like, you know, scoring out of the post. So as far as my recommendation, you know, I would say silver to gold really is where you want to be at, you know, depending on how frequently you feel like you're running against post scorers. And then because I play the fives, you know, bigs aren't really getting the ball like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bigs aren't really getting the ball to post up. Nobody's really running the offense through the big and, you know, Pro-Am 5v5 or even rec or squad rec, solo rec. You're not really seeing that too much. So you're not going to really need to have a crazy ass level of post lockdown, in my opinion, as somebody who has like maybe like 15, 20 games in Pro-Am and like over 250 games as rec, squad rec, solo rec together. I don't really see a lot of bigs getting the ball on a block and like, yo, go to work. You're not going to really see that too often. So you don't really want to go overboard. You don't really need 99 interior, 97, 98 strength or whatever for legend post lockdown, because you're just not going to see that use out of it, you know, in my opinion. Obviously, those attributes are going to help you with getting stops down low, but you're just not going to see that level of use for the post lockdown badge. So in my opinion, my recommendation for sure, if you're a really good defender, you can get by with silver. If you feel like you are a shaky defender, then I would go with that 88 interior defense, 84 strength for gold. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go 84 strength, because I would recommend that you go 91 strength, but definitely silver to gold, with the gold being probably the highest, maybe using a +1 on that. But that's as far as I go. That's my recommendation. I really wouldn't go any higher than gold, because again, like I said, you're just not going to see that type of player very often. Maybe if you are a ones player and you're on a big and you like to play the ones, you're going to see a lot of those post type of players, those post scorers. So this badge might be a little bit more, valuable to you. But for those that are playing like the fives, you're playing solo rec, you're playing squad rec, you're even playing like pro am 5v5, you're not going to really see a lot of those post scorers like that, or even get to use this badge or put this badge to use. But with that being said, let me know. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about the post lockdown badge? What level are you using on the post lockdown badge? It has been your boy Swiftly. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K25 content. And of course, more badge breakdowns like this. I'm out, y'all. See you in the next one.